A long-forgotten treasure awaits its grand reveal in the heart of the Sahara, buried beneath vast stretches of golden sand. Scientists just revealed terrifying discovery under the Sahara. Prepare for the spine-chilling discovery of the legendary Atlantis under the Sahara. Everyone has heard about Atlantis, the story of a lost civilization that sank beneath the waves. When we think of Atlantis, the first thing that springs to our mind is an island somewhere in the Atlantic that is probably now home to a couple of fish, isn't it? This Atlantis hypothesis appears so far-fetched that it's simple to dismiss it as a myth. But what if our government already knows where Atlantis is? What if it isn't as lost as we believe? Recent scientific findings, on the other hand, continue to improve our grasp of geographic history, which aids in the construction of an argument for the reality of Atlantis. However, this terrifying discovery under the Sahara might just change everything. If you feel challenged by our rather unconscious culture, you might be one of the numerous dreamers who fantasize about Atlantis. Some believe Mauritania's Eye of the Sahara harbors the secrets we've long suspected exist. The Eye, which spans 14.6 miles, appears to be from another planet. Given Plato's theories on the issue, this amazing building could be the ultimate resting place of millions of Atlanteans. Plato's depictions of Atlantis are epic and mind-boggling. Yet many believe he only touched the surface. He portrayed Atlantis as a vast concentric circle creation, alternating between land and sea, similar to how the Eye appears now. He emphasized that Atlantis was a wealthy, ideal culture that established the foundation for Athenian democracy. Plato went on to say that the land was abundant in gold, silver, copper, precious metals, and jewels. The narrative of Atlantis, initially told by the ancient Egyptians, has all the qualities we'd expect from a civilization that was not only ahead of its time, but also insanely arrogant, according to Plato. Atlantis was a world leader in academia, architecture, agriculture, technology, diversity, and spiritual empowerment. Their navy and military were unparalleled, and its rulers reigned with absolute authority. It's no surprise that Atlantis collapsed in ways reminiscent of Rome, and potentially in ways reminiscent of how the United States could fall. This power came forth out of the Atlantic Ocean, an island larger than Libya and Asia put together. Now in this island of Atlantis, there was a great and wonderful empire which had rule over the whole island, and several others, and over parts of the continent. This is something Plato stated. The Atlanteans were vanquished by the only force eager to protect the continent, the Athenians, soon after waging an aggressive, unprovoked war against sections of Asia. The gods unleashed severe tsunamis, earthquakes, tornadoes, storms, and floods on the empire of Atlantis in the midst of the conflicts. As if confessing its misdeeds, Atlantis shattered and disappeared into the ocean and desert, never to be seen again. The Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Richat structure and Eye of Africa, is located in Mauritania, the Islamic Republic of Northwest Africa, on the Adrar Plateau in the Sahara. This gigantic geologic inverted dome contains rocks and silt from before there was life on Earth. The Eye of Sahara, visible from space, resembles a giant bullseye that formed when the supercontinent Pangaea broke apart. Carbonates and black basalts similar to those found on Hawaii's Big Island are among the igneous rocks embedded in the eye. The Richat structure is a highly symmetric circular geologic feature located in Mauritania's eastern Sahara Desert that was not discovered until the age of space exploration. The geologic formation was not identified because of its immensity until early space pioneers observed it while in orbit over Africa. In fact, many early space missions used it as a guidepost to guide their path. The astronauts were asked to photograph the Earth's surface when the Gemini 4 mission, a 4-day orbit of Earth, was planned in 1965. According to the text accompanying a set of images released from the mission, they were explicitly directed to hunt for any large circular features, which might be the roots of impact structures. Look it up on Google to see how big and noticeable this geologic feature is. When it was discovered, researchers initially thought it was an impact crater due to its great degree of circularity. Impact craters are important geologically because they disclose information about the Earth's history. According to some experts, the Eye of the Sahara meets Plato's depiction of the lost city of Atlantis in many aspects. People continue to assume that the Richat structure is the lost city of Atlantis. Based on the size, time span, location, and geological properties, the idea appears to align. Plato, the Grecian philosopher, wrote about the lost city of Atlantis around 360 BC in his books Critias and Timaeus. He described the destruction of this wonderful metropolis 11,600 years ago. Many people believe Plato's stories about Atlantis were parables, and that he utilized Atlantis to establish his ideas. Plato's Atlantean story could be compared to James Cameron's Avatar, in which he warns us that corporate greed and bigotry can poison and potentially destroy our civilization. Atlas of Mauritania is the same person as King Atlas, the king of Atlantis, and namer of the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantis is seen on Herodotus's 450 BC map alongside the Eye. Atlantis colonized the Egyptians, the first tellers of the Atlantis tale. We learned about Atlantis and its specific location from their ancestors. The diameter of Atlantis's circular isle was described as 127 stadia. 1 stadia equals 607 feet. When you multiply 127 by 607, you get 77,089 feet. This is approximately 14.6 miles, the diameter of the eye. There are other parallels between Atlantis and the Sahara Eye. Plato's relative Solon was an Athenian statesman and poet who traveled to Egypt and first-hand learned about Atlantis. These are the stories that Solon told Plato. Plato portrays Atlantis as 3 alternating zones of water and 2 of land in his Critias and Timaeus dialogues, which may readily be mapped onto the physical form of the eye that we know today. Another evidence that the Richat structure could represent Atlantis is its position. The neighboring mountains were revered as God's representatives, with verdant rivers and waterfalls. These mountains were thought to be in the north, which is where the Eye's mountains are. This, of course, relates to the topography of the Richat structure. That is such an odd coincidence. The river and water lines that occur throughout the landscape can be seen in satellite photographs of the Eye. Plato described the sea to the south of Atlantis and the desert that surrounded it, which can also be seen in satellite pictures. The pure water was thought to flow from the center island of Atlantis, which likewise resides in the center circle of the Eye. Meteorological pushed muck throughout the region, which might easily be attributed to a tsunami, one of several parts of the meteorological system that concurrently devastated Atlantis. Mauritania exports copper and gold, both of which were plentiful throughout the Atlantean Empire. Plato claimed that elephants and other animals abound on Atlantis. Many elephant bones have been discovered close to the Eye. Black, crimson, and lighter-colored rocks were said to be embedded throughout Atlantis. This also applies to the Eye. Thousands of artifacts have been discovered in and around the Richat structure. Most are 12,000 years old or older, putting them in the same time span as Atlantis. Arrowheads, spears, stone spheres, surfboards, oars, ship hulls, and other things are among them. There were a great number of elephants in the island, and there was provision for animals of every kind, both for those who live in lakes and marshes and rivers, and also for those who live in the mountains and on the plains, and therefore for the animal which is the largest and most voracious of them. This is what Plato started about Atlantis. According to legend, Atlantis was a 10-kingdom empire with the island of Atlantis as its capital. Poseidon, the god of the sea, gave birth to 5 sets of twins, resulting in 10 children, each ruling one of the 10 kingdoms. It is unusual to have twins. It just so happens that Nigeria, which is relatively near to Mauritania, has the highest rate of twin births on the planet. Plato and Solon were known for their honesty. Are scientists finally revealing the terrifying discovery of a lost city under Sahara? But before that, let's take a look of what is above the Sahara. The desert is noted for its severe temperatures, with daily highs exceeding 50 degrees C. The desert's arid climate is caused by its location inside the trade winds, which provide a dry and hot environment with minimal rainfall. It receives fewer than 100 millimeters of yearly precipitation, making it one of the driest areas on the planet. The Eye of the Sahara, commonly known as the Richat structure, is a geological structure in the Sahara Desert of Mauritania, West Africa. This one-of-a-kind structure is a circular dome-shaped phenomenon over 50 kilometers in diameter, viewable from orbit. This unexplained depression is located on Mauritania's Orer Plateau, around 400 kilometers east of the country's capital, Nouakchott. It was found by astronauts aboard NASA's Gemini 4 spacecraft in the 1960s, who were the first to identify its peculiar round form. A combination of volcanic activity and erosion built the Richat structure millions of years ago. It consists of a central dome-shaped building that rises more than 400 meters above the surrounding countryside. Several concentric rings of sedimentary rock surround the central dome, which developed over millions of years when the region was continually inundated by water and then dried up. Aside from its immensity, the eye was little recognized outside of Mauritania until the mid-1990s, when it was proposed that it was the location of the lost city of Atlantis. However, further investigation has revealed that the Riche structure is a wholly natural phenomenon having nothing to do with the mythological lost city. Today, the Eye of the Sahara attracts geologists, tourists, and adventurers from all over the world. Visitors may take guided tours of the region and learn about its distinctive geological characteristics, such as the concentric rings of rock and the center dome-shaped structure. Aside from these characteristics, this location is also significant for astronomy. Let's see how that goes. The beautiful sky and lack of light pollution in the area make it excellent for stargazing and scientific study. In reality, multiple international observatories, like the European Southern Observatory's Paranal Observatory, have been established in the vicinity. Now, what if we tell you that this weird eye-like depression is linked with the most intriguing city, the Atlantis? Let's learn how. The Riche structure has long been associated with the legendary lost metropolis of Atlantis. According to tradition, Atlantis was a strong and affluent city that was destroyed and drowned beneath the sea by a cataclysmic catastrophe, likely a volcanic explosion or earthquake. In the mid-1990s, writer and scholar Graham Hancock hypothesized that the Riche structure may be the location of Atlantis's buried metropolis. The structure's concentric rings of rock resembled the pattern of a city, according to Hancock, and its position in the Sahara Desert may be explained by the movement of tectonic plates over time. Hancock's hypothesis immediately gained traction, with many individuals believing that the Eye of the Sahara was the genuine location of Atlantis. Yet a later study has revealed that the available data does not support this notion. For one issue, the Riche structure's development timeline does not correspond to the Atlantis myth's timescale. The structure was constructed millions of years ago, whereas the story of Atlantis dates back to the writings of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato about 360 BCE. Still, the topography of the area does not correspond to Plato's depiction of Atlantis. Plato described Atlantis as being located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which were thought to represent the Strait of Gibraltar. The Eye of the Sahara, on the other hand, is located hundreds of kilometers distant from the Pillars of Hercules in the center of Africa. While the notion of tying the Eye of the Sahara to Atlantis has been discredited, the mythological city remains a source of intrigue. Scholars and academics are still looking for proof of Atlantis, and various speculations regarding its likely location have been presented. Even though the strange eye in the Sahara Desert was supposed to be the result of a meteor strike, the current study suggests that it is really the remains of an earlier volcanic site. Around 100 million years ago, during the early Cretaceous era, according to geologists, this depression must have been formed. As that region was covered by a shallow sea during the period, sedimentary rock was deposited on the sea bottom. Magma from the Earth's mantle rose to the surface and intruded into sedimentary rock throughout time. This intrusion raised and scoured the sedimentary rock, revealing the underlying igneous and metamorphic rocks. The raised rocks formed a round, dome-like structure, which finally collapsed, resulting in the concentric rings seen today. The weaker sedimentary rock on the outer ring was eroded, exposing the harder igneous and metamorphic rocks, resulting in a sequence of ridges visible from space. Volcanic materials including olivine and pyroxene have been discovered to be abundant in samples collected from the structure's inner rings. These minerals, which are frequently linked to volcanic activity, imply that the rocks were created by locally sourced lava. Besides these volcanic rocks, archaeologists have also found a number of additional characteristics that are compatible with volcanic activity. Smaller volcanic formations can be found nearby that are comparable to the rocks in the Eye of the Sahara in terms of age and composition. The structure has several cracks and fractures that are signs of volcanic activity. But who knows? Some other bizarre phenomenon is behind this Sahara Eye depression. The Libyan desert glass is an enigmatic yellow-green glass that is mostly found in Egypt's Libyan desert in the eastern Sahara Desert. Its origins have been hotly debated among experts, but a new study has raised the possibility that it may be connected to the Mauritania-based Eye of the Sahara geological structure. When a large asteroid or comet collided with the Earth around 29 million years ago, glass is assumed to have originated. The collision caused a huge explosion that melted the nearby rocks and sand, fusing them together to make the glass. The glass is discovered in the desert in strewn bits that range in size from tiny shards to substantial slabs weighing several kilograms. Although there may not seem to be a connection between these two distinct desert phenomena, the present research has raised the possibility that there is. The existence of impact marks in the rocks around the eye of the Sahara is one of the primary pieces of evidence proving a connection between the Libyan desert glass and the eye. The structure has a number of characteristics that are compatible with an impact event, such as shatter cones, which are cone-shaped rock fractures brought on by the impact's shock wave. Likewise, scientists have found a number of commonalities between the rocks in the two sand masses. Both include a significant amount of silica, an essential ingredient in glass. Small glass shards that resemble Libyan desert glass are also found in the rocks of the eye of the Sahara. The Libyan desert glass and the eye of the Sahara may have both been created by the same impact, according to researchers. A significant shock wave would have been produced by the collision, which could have started the volcanic activity that gave rise to the structure. The rocks inside the building may have melted and fused together due to the impact's high heat and pressure. Since 2000, Paul Sereno, an anthropology professor at the University of California, has been studying the Niger Stone Age cemetery. The bones of more than 200 people who lived in the area more than 5,000 years ago may be found at this special archaeological site, which is situated in the Sahara Desert. The lives of these early Saharan settlers and the environmental changes that caused their extinction have been clarified by Sereno's study. The Tenere Desert, a smaller section of the Sahara Desert, is home to the Niger Stone Age cemetery. The cemetery was initially found in the 1920s by the French explorer Byron Coon de Prorock, but Sereno and his colleagues didn't start digging there until the early 2000s. He has discovered proof, for instance, that these people were hunters and gatherers who depended on their surroundings for food and resources. He has also discovered signs of trauma and illness, which have shed light on the difficulties these people had to deal with on a daily basis. Sereno has also examined the Sahara's natural circumstances during that time, but he has been able to produce precise regional maps by using satellite images and other cutting-edge technology. The connection between the Niger Stone Age cemetery and the Saharan environmental changes is one of Sereno's research's most important results. The area was considerably more humid back then than it is now, with big lakes and rivers serving as sources of water for the plants. These supplies of water and food started to diminish as a result of climate change, forcing the local population to either adapt or perish. With his prose, he has been able to provide readers with a look into the struggles that these early settlers had while attempting to survive in a rapidly changing world. Remember to subscribe to our channel to get the latest insights from the geographic of our world. We may anticipate understanding more about the geological and environmental factors that have created our planet over millions of years as a study into this special place progresses. Click on the video links on your screens to watch the evolution of this weird eye of the Sahara. You might not want to miss this.